he, like I said before, he mentions how there's big gaps in the conversation when like he would respond to something and Jamie wouldn't, and that's because this guy, he was just doing this for a video, so obviously he's so focused on making this video, he was there to respond every second Jamie did. Jamie is probably doing something else on the side, maybe going through the person's network. I know when I'm talking to somebody online, like I asked somebody maybe to help me out with a thumbnail, I asked somebody for some video ideas. I'm also going through on YouTube, looking at ESPN articles and stuff like that. I'm not devoting my whole time to Skype conversation, you know what I mean? And obviously this guy was, and Jamie was working on a couple of things, so obviously he couldn't, not everybody's going to be able to respond right away. And just because you're ready for somebody to be there every second, it doesn't mean they're available every second like you are, you know what I mean? And a couple times, honestly, there are times where I have to take a little bit of time to respond because I read their message a couple times through to make sure I understand everything. And I don't want to offend the person, the other YouTuber, so I try to create with a good response that wouldn't offend them and everything like that. So it's not a bad thing to take your time to write a message. He talks about professionalism and regarding the YouTube network, and that, yeah, he's basically, he mentioned Jamie at times was unprofessional with some of the words he used. When I got my job with Viso Network, I was talking to the person, he was like saying slang, he was like, alrighty then. Like, you know, quoting Jim Carrey off of, crap, what's that movie? I use it in my Minecraft series, oh god, no, I can't think of it, I love Jim Carrey. Adventures, Pet Detective, okay, Ace Ventura. And so the main point is that people use slang, and the reason we do that is because we want to seem personable. We don't want to seem like a robot that just says the same stuff every time. We want to seem like a down-to-earth person. We're all doing gaming videos, so I don't think any of us are professional if our whole YouTube channel is based on gaming. So, I mean, do you want us to invite you out to a dinner? Do you want to dress up in suit and tie while we do a Skype conference with each other? It's just like, you know what I mean? It's like, we try to be down to earth. We try to be personable. We try to be kind of like you, because we are you guys. We don't have to be professional every single second. Once again, he pretends to be interested with the network, wasting Jamie's time just to make a video. And it's kind of like a weird attempt at trolling. He didn't do a very good job with that. He could do definitely a little better. One of the quotes that Jamie made is, he said, "You make good videos. I can see you going far on YouTube." And the guy, I wish I had his name, Medrot. Medrot basically says, like, "Oh, you probably say that all the time." And, like, you realize that he says, "Oh, you're marketing. You're marketing." It's like, yeah, obviously we're going to market our product. Everybody does it. Why do you think there's commercials to market the product? Like, this is the best toothpaste in the world. Like, 4 out of 5 dentists recommend it. Obviously, you're going to market your channel. Obviously, you're going to market your network when explain why it's better. And it's like every network does this. So, like, to bash one network of saying, like, "Oh, I think you're going to do well on YouTube," it's like you're bashing everybody on YouTube, basically, because everybody's goal is to actually be one of the best YouTube channels. So why is it bad to say that? Because we like your content and we think that you can be better than you are right now. We're gonna help you get there. It's like, that's not even a bad thing. That's just something that everybody says. So for him to say that also is ridiculous and stupid and misinformed. And then also he keeps asking for specifics. Okay, hold on. If you keep asking for specifics, yes. Okay, yeah, so he keeps asking for specifics, like, what about this guy's video? And then he says, like, and then Jamie had to go look and take, like, 5 minutes to respond. Yeah, because you're asking for specifics. We can't just have it memorized what video was what. You know what I mean? It's like he asked for something. He's basically asking us for looking up something, research something, and then makes fun of him for actually going to do it and taking some time. So if anything, Jamie's literally taking his time when he shouldn't have any time. He shouldn't spend any time on this guy, because this guy is wasting his time. It's just so stupid. "Oh, you're taking time to go check out my channel? Oh my god, you took 5 minutes. Yeah. You took so long. I can't believe you looked at you to go look it up." It's like, yeah, we're looking up to see what your content is, bro, again, because you keep asking us to. So that's annoying. Notice how he continues to pretend he's still interested and is looking for any possible way to make fun of the guy, no matter what his response would be. And then he possibly puts misinformation in the video. This isn't for sure, but there's a couple times where he screen captures the whole Skype conversation, showing both Jamie's response and his, and shows the timestamp. And there's a couple times he actually zooms in on just one part. And so it kind of makes me think, like, maybe he put that in later and thought it was a good idea, just to try to make him look worse. Because I don't get why he didn't keep the same form the whole video. He kind of would just show his response and not Jamie's as well. So I thought that was kind of suspect. And to say, like, he did put misinformation, who knows? He might have. And I'm not going to accuse him of something I don't know for sure if he did. And then Jamie eventually says something like, okay, it's like 1 a.m., I'll talk to you about this tomorrow. And it's like, obviously, I don't want to spend all night talking to somebody about this stuff. It's like, you know, it's late, I want to go to bed. So I don't think that's a big deal, and he made it 1. Also, just because you're free to talk and get partnered doesn't mean that they are or should be too. I can't, anyways, I can't speak. Okay, yeah, so he mentioned something like how long it took for Jamie to respond, but I mean, not everybody's going to be there like like 24/7. You know what I mean? We have an outside life, we have stuff, like I said, with my YouTube channel, other sources of entertainment, whether I'm playing video games myself, going to school, hanging out with friends, and everything like that. So obviously, I'm not going to be online 24/7. Just because you are doesn't mean I have to be. And then he mentioned something about Jamie made a status about message for partnership. And he's like, message me if you are looking for a partnership. And then he's asked for specifics. He says, well, if you guys just send out to everybody. And there's a difference between that. Because Jamie and all of us, all the recruiters, just send out to channels that meet the requirements, that we think are good channels, that get enough views and everything like that, everything that we can see. And that's different than having somebody message you for partnership, because we can't find every channel that is actually able to meet our requirements. So some people can find us, and it's a lot easier. We can work on it that way. And then he asks, how many partnerships do you guys send out a week? That's none of his business, and nor should it be. It's not even important, because we have to send so many out, because not everybody's going to reply, not everybody's still doing YouTube, not everybody's looking for a partnership. So, I mean, like, it's none of his business. Just because he asks these questions doesn't mean Jamie has to answer them. Just because I ask somebody a question doesn't mean they have to answer it either. So he keeps giving crap for Jamie for not answering certain questions when it's really none of his business. It's the network's business. It's none of his, and plus it shouldn't be, considering he's not even interested in the network. He's interested in making a video. Okay, so just because you don't meet requirements today... Oh, by the way, also, one point I want to make to that, too. When he asks, like, how many partnerships you send out a week... just like anything, a network, a product, a video game, anything, your goal is to grow and become a better network and a better video game, sell more stuff, video games. So regarding networks, you want to become a bigger, better network. You want to get more partners. There's no certain limit of, okay, you met 1,000 partners, you can't add anymore. You want to keep adding partners, growing the community, growing your TNG community. So obviously there's no set number, and so we can send as many partnerships to anybody we can to join our network. And to be honest, it's more helping them out. We're helping them become a bigger, better channel as well. So when our network grows as a community, your channel grows as your own. You understand that? So I mean, we're there to help everybody. And he just makes it sound like, oh my god, you guys just send it to like everybody. You guys just send it to people that you send it to everybody that meets the requirements and good videos. Why do you guys do that? Because obviously they have good enough views to meet the requirements. Duh. And then he says, he says stuff about how one of the requirements was 600 subs originally, and their channel did not meet 600 subscribers, but it did meet a certain amount of views. And just because your channel does not meet something today, we base, and actually every network bases their information off of websites that track how many views the channel gets per month. So it's usually Social Blade or VidX Stats or VidStats X. And we use that and Social Blade, and that shows you how many views. So just because you don't get 600 subscribers yet, or you don't get 10,000 views right now, doesn't mean you won't in a week. Because sometimes, like, you get, maybe a month ago, you had like 100 views and 200 views, but then after that, you got like near 1,000 views a day. So obviously, you'll be able to get there eventually, and we're contacting people because, like, in a week, you might be able to get partnered. So stuff like that. So just because you don't meet partnership today doesn't mean you won't in a little bit. And like I said before, partnership requirements, they change as often as a 14-year-old girl's Facebook relationship status. So they always change, and they always do a difference, and that's why the subscriber thing is not even a big deal anymore. Also, Jamie asked, like, okay, was this channel that we're trying to get partnered your main channel? And then he gives him crap for asking that. He's like, I told you it's Jawan's main channel. Just because it's Jawan, because it was a group of 5 people, but it can still also be your main channel too. It can still be, because your guys are all doing this as a group of friends, it can still be your main channel. Like, you're the only one you upload, because he had another personal one, but that doesn't mean anything. He can use his personal one as a second channel. His main focus could be that main channel with him and his friends, and he might just add every once in a while, he might add a video to his channel. So for him making fun of him asking that is just ludicrous, because people actually work together and make videos and channels all the time, and it could still be your main one, and you can still have your own personal channel. So I don't get why he made that a big deal, because it wasn't. he calls BS on when Jamie said that their network, I mean not the network, their channel got 50K views per month. And he was like, "Well, it's such bullcrap. I see it." And they check their Social Blade stats, and if you've ever checked Social Blade, you'll see some days it has 0 views, 0 views, 0 views, and like 5,000. And that is not even Social Blade. That is actually YouTube. YouTube has problems